this is Kianara and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk Citadel. That's what we're gonna talk about. So if you guys have watched any of my sealant videos here on my channel, you guys know that I love my Citadel Purity Seal. I think Citadel Purity Seal is an amazing product and I used it on every single face up I did in this case, because I will come back to that. But yeah, I use Citadel Purity Seal on every face up I did. I personally like to build up my face ups with MSC, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna give it a final thick layer of Citadel, and that would end the face up, and I would know that that face up ain't going to go anywhere anytime soon. Cause let's be honest, Purity Seal is a whole lot stronger than MSC is. So yeah, I love Purity Seal. But eventually, even Citadel cans, even though they are way bigger than the MSC cans, they run out. And I find myself in need of some new Purity Seal about a month and a half ago, 2 months maybe. And I went online and I was going to my favorite stores, online stores where I buy my Citadel from. And I was like, Citadel Purity Seal, hit enter, search, give me my Purity Seal. And I was like, why isn't there any results coming up? Why does my favorite online shop say there is no Purity Seal? Like, did they run out? Usually when they run out, they still have it listed, but it's out of stock. But it wasn't on the website anymore. And I was like, what happened? I did see they have other Citadel products still, so they didn't stop selling it. And so I went to a few other sites to find Purity Seal where I've ordered before, but it was a little bit more expensive on those sites, so yeah. But I went looking for Citadel Purity Seal there. Nothing. Just completely nothing. Nothing to see about, not even a picture of Purity Seal on the websites. And I was like, what the hell happened here? Where's my Purity Seal? So I went on the worldwide Googles and I was like, what happens to the Purity Seal? What I found out is they stopped making Purity Seal. And I was like, well, that's kind of bad. I'm wanting to use other words, but I will not use those words. But I was like, oh, peachy. What am I supposed to do now? Because I don't trust MSC on its own on a face up. So I did some Googling and I did some searching and I did some reading. And then I found out they actually replaced the Purity Seal with this stuff. I'm gonna butcher this word, promise. I promise, because it's the Citadel Munitorum Varnish, model varnish. That's what it is. If I butchered the word, then yeah. That didn't happen. Nobody saw that, right? That didn't happen. I'm such a clutch. Anywho, this is what they replaced the Purity Seal with. And I was like, if it is any good, just like the Purity Seal, then sure, why not? Let's buy me a can and see what happens. And let me tell you guys, it's not like Purity Seal. It's not like Purity Seal. Is it bad? Is it good? I don't know. I'm a little bit on the fence about it still. So yeah, I have been using this Munitorum Varnish for, you know, as long as I've actually had the can, which is about 1.5 to 2 months. And I have found out some things, learned some things about this stuff. As a sealer, it works. It definitely works. I get pretty much the same result as when I used Purity Seal. Hold on, I have an example here. It's, he doesn't have eyes yet because his glasses are still drying, but, let me see if I can get my camera to focus. Not focus on me, focus on the head. No, it doesn't really want to, but, yeah, it is, as a sealer, it resembles Purity Seal. It's maybe a little bit more shiny, just a tiny little tad more shiny than Purity Seal was, but it gives a smooth result. It's easy to use. In that case, it behaves pretty much like Citadel Purity Seal did. So that's a good thing, right? Yes, that's a good thing. That certainly is. But I found that there are a few downsides to Munitorum spray, varnish, whatever. And mostly the main thing is with removing this stuff from the surface of your doll. When you try and remove this stuff, I personally always use an acetone-free nail polish remover for removing my face-ups. And when I have to remove this stuff, I actually had to add a step to removing the face-up, because when you remove this, it turns white. It turns like a milky white on top of your doll's head. And that's my neighbor, and he's like, why the hell are you talking to yourself? Oh my god, you must think I'm crazy. But yeah, this stuff turns a milky white. And I personally cannot get this off with just acetone-free nail polish remover. I actually have to go in after that with a magic block and a little bit of water to get that milkiness off. It comes off. It does. It does come off. But yeah, it's an extra step you have to do to get your head clean, and getting it out of the tiny little crevices of your face up, like deep in the ridges of the lips or the ears or the corners of the eyes that are in the little lines of the eyelids. It's horrible. It is a pain in the freaking behind to get it out of all the little tiny crevices. It just really seeps in there, I guess. So, yeah. It has its upsides and it has its downsides. I've tested this thoroughly. Trust me, I have tested this stuff before I actually started using it on faces. I used head caps and old resin pieces to test this stuff out. I actually made a dent in the can with throwing it. Oh my god. Yeah, so the white stuff part, milky residue is I'm not quite sure about it. That is my main doubt. When it comes to strength and stuff like that, I have given one of my spare resin pieces that I don't actually use for anything, but they come with a doll, and you know what I mean. I have tapped it with my finger, I've tapped it with brushes, with hard things, even with a scissor. And okay, it didn't help to a scissor, but I don't think any sealer would. But I've tapped it real hard, and trust me, my nails are like concrete. They are really, really tough, and I could tap it like a maniac, and it hardly ever reacted like chipped or dented or whatever. It is really, really strong as a sealer. That, just like Purity Seal, it is a strong sealer. I have, however, encountered a few problems with sealing over MSC, that sometimes it turns white. And that's that's a shame, but I think that mainly has to do with the fact that I was using too many layers of the stuff. Or on top of, or maybe even too thick layers. I'm not sure how that works yet. I haven't figured it out. It happened to me on 2 occasions. One time was on a tan doll that it turned white, which was really obvious because, you know, tan and white, and yeah. That was a shame. I had to start all over with the face up. And one time I've had it on a normal skin doll that it's kind of a little cloudy, a little bit milky, on top of the face up, on the top of the head. Maybe it was just me, and that I was a little bit too crazy and made it too thick. Then it turned white. I'm not sure yet, but it did happen. So I felt like it was, it is needed to be said that it can happen. Have I had it happen to me when just using the Munitorum spray? No. So maybe it has a little bit to do with the MSC, I'm not sure. But it happened to me in the beginning. I started using thinner layers, let the MSC dry like overnight before I did that, and that seemed to help. So yeah, I'm not sure whether it is the thin layering or having let the MSC dry for overnight. I don't know what the reason is why it is not doing that anymore, but it's not, so I'm happy. Because need to redo my face-ups just because it got cloudy. So yeah, that is my thoughts on Munitorum spray. Would I buy it in the future? No. I'm gonna use up this can because it's a shame to not use it. It cost me a lot of money, and I will use it because it works. It still works. Don't get me wrong, it works. But in the future, I think I will keep my eye out for some other sealers. I have heard good things about Army Painter sealers, so I'm gonna try that one. And I recently acquired myself an airbrush, so I'm looking into airbrush sealers as well. So I probably won't be buying this again. I will be looking into other sealers. Hopefully I can find something that works for me. I don't know. We'll see. And maybe in the future I'll be making other sealer review videos, because I tried that too. Anyhow, in short, does it work? Yes. Does it have its cons? Yes. But it still works. It's still cheap. You get a lot of stuff. So I guess you can still use it. It's safer resin. It doesn't discolor. It doesn't eat at your resin or stuff like that. It still works fine. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Munitorum spray, on this stuff. I hope this was informative to you. I hope you can decide whether you want to try this stuff or not from my information. Please, if you have used this stuff too, let me know what your experiences were, because I'm hella curious to hear what you guys think of this stuff. If I am the only one having these problems that I've had before, with the milkiness and the cloudiness and stuff like that. If you've had the same problems, I'm very, very curious. Please drop a comment down below if you've had any problems with this stuff, because I'd like to learn more about it, and I think that everybody who is watching this video might actually enjoy or find your comments informative about it. So please, if you have experience with that, leave your thoughts down below. Thank you. So yeah guys, I want to end this video right here. I hope you enjoyed watching it, if it was informative to you. I want to thank you guys all so much for watching, and you guys know the drill by now. If you like what I'm doing, if you like seeing more of me, then please like, subscribe, comment, click on the notification bell. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all in one of my next videos, and goodbye.